Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jamie Lee, and every week I upload primarily fashion videos, but I also do the odd beauty, lifestyle and travel videos as well, and I would love for you to subscribe and see more from me. Today I'm talking all about how to build a classic wardrobe, and I have 6 tips that I want to share with you guys. These are all principles that I apply to my own wardrobe, and I do think that they really help to, make sure that you have that very classic style that is so inherently you. So starting with my first tip, which is to define your personal style. Now I've actually done an entire video on how to define your personal style, which I'm going to link up here because obviously I feel like that's a really important place to start. You want to have a really good handle on what it is that you like to wear, what silhouettes suit your body shape, and also the things that you feel really good in and that you feel like are the best reflection of that style that you want to exude. Obviously this is going to be different for every single person, so what I consider to be classic might not be what you consider to be a classic, and that's completely fine. Style is very much subjective, and I think it all comes down to personal preference and personal taste. So yeah, that's my first tip. Definitely define your personal style. It will make all of these other steps so much easier. My second tip is to start with the basics. So these are sort of those building blocks or cornerstones of your wardrobe, the things that you rely on every single day and that you reach for and build an outfit around. So for me, they're really simple things. So in the winter time, like it is now, things that I really rely on are a nice sweater. I really love Everlane's cashmere sweaters. They're something that I tend to reach for a lot. A great leather skirt, that's something that I tend to wear a lot. A really good pair of wool trousers. My favorite are from Uniqlo just because they're so affordable, they're good quality, and they're very easy to wear. I also love a great coat, a good pair of black pumps, and in the summertime I tend to kind of gravitate towards much lighter things like a silk cami. My favorites are from Everlane and also from Grana, and I also really like a great pair of plain denim shorts. So every single thing that I kind of listed off just there, they're all very simple, classic key pieces that I think that you can make an outfit around really easily, and they are just those things that you can reach for and you know it's going to work with the rest of the things that you have in your wardrobe. Now again, depending on what your personal style is, this is going to look completely different for you than it does for me. Maybe the things that are your building block essentials are things like a midi skirt, an off the shoulder top, a crop jacket, denim jacket, those sorts of things. So this will very much be tailored to your own personal style. I think it really helps to have those key cornerstone pieces, as I think it's one of the keys to building a classic wardrobe. Building on from the basics, I find Pinterest to be such an incredible resource for helping you to really enhance your style. So I like to go on there and get some inspiration for so many different things, whether it's silhouette, whether it's a color palette that I like, whether it's just even a certain style of item that I'm after. What I try and do is pull the things from each inspirational photo and take the elements that I feel are going to work with my existing wardrobe, and I find that it's a really great way to also figure out the gaps in your closet, so the things that you feel are missing. And one thing I really want to say about kind of filling in those gaps is take your time. You don't have to do it in a day. Like Rome wasn't built in a day, a classic wardrobe isn't built in a day either. I personally spent probably 3 to 4 years building up my wardrobe with those classic key pieces. I did really invest quite a lot of money in mine, but the one thing I really want to stress is that I don't think that you necessarily need to spend a lot of money to have a high quality wardrobe full of items that are going to last the test of time. Price is not always an indicator of quality, so it is really important to make sure that you kind of can tell whether something is quality or not, as that is definitely going to help with the longevity of your wardrobe. But also on that, I think that one thing I've noticed when I'm shopping for my wardrobe is that when I buy a lot more things in one go, I tend to be much more dissatisfied with my purchases, and I find that they're the items that I let go. Whereas when I take my time and I'm really considered about my purchase and I'm making a really conscious decision about what I'm adding into my wardrobe, those tend to be the things that I keep and hang on to for years. Now, one of the most fun parts about this whole exercise of building a classic wardrobe is the shopping. And as I said, I really do think that it's something you should take your time with, but also one thing that I found really useful whenever I'm adding something new to my wardrobe is thinking about, will it work with at least 3 different outfits? I find that that's a good indicator as to whether or not you're going to be able to wear something in multiple different ways. And I think an even greater test is, can you wear it with 5 different outfits? Because then you know it's a really classic piece, it's really classic to your personal style, and it's something that you're going to find really versatile, and then you're also going to mix and match with a lot of outfits and get a lot of wear out of. Tip number 5 is to add trends to your wardrobe in moderation. Obviously, every single season, and particularly if you spend a lot of time on Instagram, you will see so many trends, and it really is quite tempting to want to try them all. I have been there, and I have to say that I find now what I tend to do is I admire the trends from afar. I pick and choose what it is that I think will work with my existing wardrobe, and that will be something that will add a modern update to what I already have, add a bit of interest. Maybe it's not going to be something I have for 5 years, but it's something that's going to refresh and revitalize my existing core items in my wardrobe, and it's not going to detract too much, if at all, from my personal style. My final tip I want to share is to stay away from prints. Now, if you took a look at my wardrobe probably 8 years ago, and I will include a link to my style evolution up here in case you want to check that out, it was absolutely jam-packed with color and print and texture. It was just a mishmash of everything under the sun. It was very overwhelming, and quite often I found myself standing in front of my wardrobe thinking, what the heck am I going to wear? Because I just didn't really feel like I had anything that worked, and nothing really felt truly classic. And one thing in particular I've experienced with prints, as much as I do love them, is that they tend to feel a lot more tired than something that's in a neutral color. So something that's just completely one color. And this is something that I learned from my mum, and so I tend to kind of be very selective about what prints I do add into my wardrobe. And if you're very familiar with my style, you know it's basically polka dots and stripes. I don't really tend to go near anything else because I find that I know I'm not going to get the same amount of wear out of it. It's not something that's going to be truly classic. However, that being said, if it makes you happy, then go for it. If it's something that's going to give you joy, you should just jump on it. But I do think that prints aren't necessarily the key to having a classic wardrobe. So those are my 6 tips on how to build a classic wardrobe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I would love if you could let me know in the comments below what other tips that you might have. I'm sure there's something I've probably missed. I always enjoy reading that, and I always get some really great advice from you guys. If you are new, like I said before, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. I do post new videos every single Thursday morning, and I'll see you guys next week with a brand new video. I'll see you soon. Bye!